Power, properly understood, is the ability to achieve purpose. It is the strength required to bring about social, political, or economic changes. In this sense, power is not only desirable, but necessary in order to implement the demands of love and justice. One of the greatest problems of history is that the concept of love and power are usually contrasted as polar opposites. Love is identified with a resignation of power, and power with a denial of love. What is needed is a realization that power without love is reckless and abusive, and that love without power is sentimental and anemic. Power at its best is love implementing the demands of justice. Justice at its best is love correcting everything that stands against love. Good morning. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I have a few thoughts on power, on Martin Luther King, and on another event taking place later today, the inauguration of the 47th President of the United States. I looked up a couple of quotes from Dr. King on the topic of power. And in that process, I was reminded of a book written by somebody who very nearly was going to take the oath of office as the 47th President of the United States. In this book, Kamala Harris writes about her journey toward influence, the people who nourished her and helped her find power before she ever was elected to office, the people who gave her power without any election. Dr. King also had a number of thoughts. Those who are not looking for happiness are the most likely to find it, because those who are searching forget that the surest way to be happy is to seek happiness for others. This is an important reminder that the measure of power is not in the strength that you exercise on others, but the strength that you nourish in others. This is an important reminder that real power doesn't come with a fancy title, but that more importantly, it comes from the strength that we give to other people. At the end of this autobiographical children's book, which she released shortly after being elected to the United States Senate, Kamala Harris offers a pledge of another sort, not truly one to uphold and defend the Constitution against all enemies, domestic and foreign, but rather the hero code. And even though you may not be taking a pledge to defend the Constitution, perhaps you can join me in upholding this pledge to be a better citizen. The hero code. It's easier than you think. The first thing you do is raise your right hand and say these words out loud. You can wear a cape if you want to. I promise to make people feel special, to be somebody people can count on. I promise to help people be brave, to stand up for what's right, be a best friend, be a good teacher. I promise to be kind. I promise to explore with my friends and family, to study and work hard, protect people who need it, make a difference when I can. I promise to be the very best me I can be. Dr. King also wrote, "Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be a sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are. So, on this Martin Luther King Day and Inauguration Day in the United States, please remind yourself, how are you finding power? How are you offering power to others? And furthermore, in the words of Dr. King, life's most important, most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Thank you.